Back on 1 Corinthians.
And like I said, this truth shows you the power and the might of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, which is the real and true power source of our people. Had our people came back to this truth, as of right now, the Lord would have to react and do away with this world, according to the Book of Kings. Go on, brother.
1 Corinthians 1:27. But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Right, to confound the wise. He has chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. Because the wise men, when you think about wise men, you're not going to see an image of a so-called Negro on your television. You're going to see the image of a so-called white man.
Yeah.
You see? That's the image of divinity. That's the image of wisdom and understanding, according to this world. Yeah, hold on, brother. Just real quick. Let me finish this.
And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Exactly. So going back to the point, the Most High read it again, one more time.
And the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world.
Yeah.
To confound the things which are mighty.
Yeah, so it says the Most High have chosen the weak things of this world to confound the mighty. You see? So this is why everybody's looking at us in a different fashion now.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you have a lot of Jakes in this world that know the Hebrew Israelites. And think about it, we've been pushing this Hebrew thing for years. And now all of a sudden it's getting popular all over again. Now back in the 90s, as the apostles, as I can remember them saying, you know, it was definitely popular back then. But then it died down because of, you know, the situation occurred. The Twin Towers came down and, you know, nothing really happened. I believe it was the year 2000. So when that time came, everybody fell back into the world. So the popularity of it died down. But now the popularity of this truth is springing back up all over again, which makes sense because we're in the time of the end. So before the Lord judges our people, the 2/3 of our people, and the Edomites, the Lord has to make them aware of this truth first. You see? So then that way, when the judgment comes, they can't say to themselves, oh, I didn't know. They already did know because they saw us on the street, whether they saw us on a computer or they saw us live in color, live and direct. So there's no getting away. Go on, brother.
And the base things of the world, and things which are despised.
And things which are despised. So as we can see, and as we've experienced being despised of this world. Our people are despised in this world, man. We're not looked up to here. You see? The image of being a fool and the image of being a nobody is Jake. But that's all going to change. Because the Lord has chosen all of these men to confound that which is. Because that which is was nothing. It was just set up to be something. But really it was all this time nothing. Go on, bro.
Have the Most High chosen, the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
And that's what we doing, baby boy. Like it says in the scriptures. Speaking about moving the mountain, we're already moving the mountain due to the vibration of the word of the truth, which is Yahawashi. Yahawashi said, I am the way, I am the life. And also he's the truth. So by using him, his book,
that's right,
we're there confounding that which is and bringing to naught that which is. You see, that's the power of the words of the Lord, man. A little thing such as his words holds power. And that's why this world is trembling apart. Why? Because a part of that is simply because of the word.
Got another precept.
Go on.
This is Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord Yahawah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
Go on, bro.
For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please.
And that's what's happening. His word has already been accomplished. It's being prepared. It's being spoken. And as it's being spoken, things are happening at the same time. And what you can also get, give me the book of Numbers 23, verse 19. Because like I said, we're moving the mountain, and this mountain is this world. And we're destroying it. We're plucking it up. Not literally with our hands and with our might that we think we have. No. It's because of the might of the Lord, the spiritual might of the Lord, what we're bringing this man down. So again, as I say, this is why we magnify his name. Like you have this group called IUIC, as we get on from time to time. We haven't been getting on them for a long period of time. And now he's coming back on for us to get on them. Because his men, again, are denying the name of the Lord. Which through the name of the Lord, everything is happening, man. Through the name of the Lord comes salvation.
All right.
So how can we deny the name of the Lord when there's no any other name under heaven that which we must be saved by? Come on, dog. Really? Go on, bro.
It was Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie,
Right.
neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall not he do it?
And the Lord is saying it right now. Now, am I saying I'm the Lord? No. But the prophets are the ambassadors of the Lord. So when the prophets speak the words of the Lord, that's the Lord speaking through them. Or through them. So the Lord have said it, and the Lord is not going to take his word back. Meaning the Lord ain't going to, no salakia. When it means that the Lord shall not repent of his word, meaning the Most High is not going to humble back and say, oh man, I said that. Now I'm gonna scratch that out. I ain't gonna fulfill that. No, the Lord is gonna fulfill every vision that's written therein. And the proof of that is the curses. Look at the curses that we had to endure. Now the Most High could have said, man, I know I said those words, but I'm gonna scratch those words out, and I'm not gonna allow the children of Israel to go through those curses. We still went through those curses. Because that had to come to pass. And it was already gonna come to pass because Jake was already going off due to the flesh. So it was going to come to pass anyway. Go on, bro.
Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Or hath he not spoken, shall he not make it good? So he's going to make his words happen. He's going to make manifest his words. You see what I'm saying? It's going to happen. It's going to take place. So as we continue to preach on of the idea or the reality that America is going to be destroyed, we just bringing out what's in the scriptures. That's all we are and doing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, brother. Make sure you go back to Jeremiah 30, verse 5. I believe it's verse 14. What was that?
Yeah. I'll just make that point.
Yeah. Make a point, brother.
Yeah, because you were saying about wise and foolish people. We're considered the foolish people or the base people, and the people that are considered wise is people like Oprah Winfrey, the people with money, and we know how vile they are, but it doesn't matter because they're millionaires or billionaires. Harvey Weinstein, we know how vile they are, they're billionaires. So they're able to get good solicitors and lawyers because they're considered wise because they got money. Yes. But it doesn't matter what they're doing in their life, how nasty they are, they're considered wise.
Yeah, exactly. Because they look good and they got money. So, and that's what this society is all about. People look at you with respect due to the amount of money you got. It's not basically your spirit and who you are as a person and what kind of personality you have.
Right.
People are not judging you based on that. They're judging you based on what kind of money you got. And the more money you got, the more wise you are. Even though you're a demon behind closed doors,
right.
Even though you're having sex with children behind closed doors, sacrificing them behind closed doors, you're still considered the wise of this world. You understand? And the reason why the Lord was easily able to confound the self-proclaimed wise is because they're not wise anyway. Like it says in the Apocrypha says, wisdom of wickedness is not wisdom. So they're not wise. They were never wise. They just packaged themselves up as they were and to lie to the people. That's all it was. Go on, brother.
Jeremiah 30. Where was I? 15.
Yeah.
Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Yeah.
I have done these things unto thee.
And that's why the Most High brought us so long. This is why the Lord allowed all of these things to happen to our people, past, present, and future, because of the iniquities of our fathers. And as according to other precepts, the Most High judges true and precise. The Most High is precise and true with the way that He judges. So this is why we're going through what we're going through for a temporal moment, a particular moment in time. Go on, brother.
Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Because at the end of the day, they're going to be devoured. All of those people that have devoured us, that had a hand in our downfall. Because we can't just blame the so-called Europeans. We got to also look at the Arabs. We also got to look at those different dark Hamitic nations that was responsible for our downfall. We got to look at all of these people. And according to the judgment, they're going to be devoured. They're going to be put into slavery under us. And we're going to pronounce the judgment that is written. That's what's going to happen. So it may seem like people have gotten them scot-free and it was the past and we can live good, happily ever after, and we can continue on as usual. No, there's no continuing on as usual. I mean, one can think that they are continuing on as usual, but really what's going on is the Most High is adding more on top of according to what you've done. And then in the end, you're going to be judged according to what you've done, as we were. So that's all that's happening.
Got a precept concerning what you're saying. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
One of you brothers got a tissue or something?
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. I've got facial wipes.
No, it's wet, isn't it?
I'll use that instead.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll use that instead.
Yeah, take some out. Where was I? Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Wherefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Yeah, it's fully setting us to do evil because we're in the flesh for one. But the main people that is set to do evil is the so-called Europeans. And why do I pinpoint them? Because according to the Bible, they're the Edomites. And according to the Bible, they're known as the people of the wicked. And they've shown that through their history. They've shown that as what they've been doing as of to recently, when they went into the Middle East and destroyed millions of people. Wife and children, man. Women and children, which it means the same thing. Wife means a woman. Go on, bro.
Thou a sinner, do evil 100 times.
And it was been estimated that they've killed, 400 to 500 million people throughout the process of the amount of years they've been down in the Middle East. The British, the American military powers. That's how much people they've killed. Meanwhile, they're telling you, oh, well, let bygones be bygones. Meanwhile, people's lives are being destroyed.
Yeah.
People are being put to death. People are being drowned. So while people are living it up, eating in these expensive restaurants, people are dying. People are getting drowned. You see, when we rise up and we start to rule the world, we're not going to rule the world like that. Now, according to the Bible, the nations will be under us in slavery. That's going to happen. But once all of that's said and done and they build us up, we're going to give them their portion. And we're going to give them their just due. We're not going to drop no bombs on them. We're not going to do all of this hectic stuff. Ultimately, we're going to judge these nations according to the scriptures, man. And even while they're in slavery, we're going to judge them according to the scriptures. And it's going to be righteousness. Even the other nations, they're not going to mind us being over them. They're not going to mind it. Because they know at the end of the day, they're going to get their just due. And they're going to know that we're righteous people. My eyes are going funny today, man. I don't know why. Go on, bro.
Thou a sinner, do evil 100 times. And his days be prolonged. Yet surely I know that it shall be well with them.
Yes.
That fear the Most High.
Yeah.
Which fear before him.
Yeah, those that fear the name of the Lord, they're going to be taken care of.
Some of them have perfumes in them, so you have to be careful with your,
Yeah.
you know.
Come. just gonna make it worse. Yeah, read up a verse, brother.
Though a sinner doing evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before Him.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, those that are doing what's right in the eyes of the Lord, such as what we're doing, versus those that are continuing in their wickedness. At the end of the day, everybody's going to get their just due, whether it's positive or negative, according to what they have done. Give me the one what Paul said about the judgment seat, when we go before the judgment seat of the Most High. Because when you are truly judged by the Most High, you first and foremost you gotta die first. You gotta go to the spiritual realm.
You want the dry tissue?
Huh?
You want the dry one?
Yeah,
That's not bother you. That's a bit scented.
come.
We should all appear.
Before the judgment seat. I believe that's in 1 Corinthians, I believe it's the 5th chapter. Let me see. We must all appear before the judgment seat. Get the water, brother. I'll bring it back, sir. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. Get the water, brother. Let me put this down.
This is 2 Corinthians
I'm good. Yeah,
5
You're going, bro.
and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body,
Anything you want to do this
according to that
God,
that he have done, whether it be good or bad. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Yeah, so even based on that scripture right there, even when you die, your spirit goes upward. Like they tell you in the Christian churches, if you die, you're gonna go to hell, which that's all Greek mythology. When you look up the term hell, it goes back to Hades, which refers you back to the three gods. What is it? Those three gods of Hades, if I'm correct on that. We can look into it, but that's just a different topic in a different time. But like I said, when you die, your spirit goes to the Most High, and then the Most High judges you based on what you've done in the body. So even on that, there's no getting away. There's no escaping. So, and this is why it makes sense that these Edomites, when they pass on, let's just say there's a nuclear war and all of these spirits go before the Most High, which is what's going to happen. They're going to be judged according to what they've done, and the ones that have died are going to come back as newborn babies, and they're going to play out their judgment. That's how the Most High is going to catch up to them. It's like I've heard Edomites say, well, before that time, I would already be dead. That may be true, but guess what? You're going to come back and you're going to play. You're going to be active in that time. So there's no, I'll be dead before that happens, before I go into slavery. No, you're going to be alive in slavery, playing out your punishment. And we being the spiritual men that we are, we're going to show you what you've said in your past life.
That's right.
So you're going to have the spiritual Google account, and we're going to play back what you said and what you did. Remember, Johnny, remember what you said? You said, I won't be around in that time. Well, you damn sure are around in that time now, aren't you? You see? That's how this thing's playing out, man. Because the Most High's going to give us that technology, believe it or not. The Most High's going to make us be able to see the past lives of many people, man. Hell, he got the technology. So if the Most High got that technology, he can give it to us down here. Easy. Go on, bro.
This is Job 21. And 11, they send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave.
Exactly, they spend their days in their wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Like the Rothschilds, I believe his name is Elon Rothschild. When he was a young boy, it says that he was like he likes driving, he likes driving sports cars and things of that nature. So that scripture kind of applies to him too, at the same time. But the point I'm making is these Edomites, they're living good right now. They're living high on the horse, and they're hoping like hell, as it stands right now, that they don't have to pay for what their forefathers have done, or they could just let the past be the past, and they don't have to visit it no more. Because then it gives them the idea that, well, maybe what we did to them may return back to us, and that's the fear. And this is why for so many years they've been trying to kill our people, gun our people down, and call 999 on our people, because really what it is they're panicking and they're scared as to what's going on in the world, and they're afraid of the idea that we may resist against them. And that's always been the fear, but we will resist against them, beginning with Yahawah. That's what's going to happen. That's what really they should really be paying attention to. What they really should do is pay attention to what we're saying, and then kind of get an idea. Okay, right, I see now. I get it.
This is verse 14. Therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
Yeah.
What is the Almighty that we should serve him?
Exactly. What is the Almighty that we shall serve him? That's their mindset. Why do we have to serve the Creator? We don't need to serve the Creator. Hell, we are the Creator. Look at the technology we got. Okay, we can use an atomic bomb and destroy a whole city. So we're gods, even on that aspect. You know? Hey, look, we can create phones, gadgets, and we can take a little small microchip and store all kind of information on it. We got it all going on. We can go to the heavens and do all kind of shit in the heavens. We got it all going on. We don't need the Most High. So they're feeling themselves right now. That pride is kicking in even more. Go on, brother. They're deceived by their own pride, man.
What is the Almighty that we should serve him, and what profit should we have if we pray unto him?
Right, and they right. What shall it profit us if we pray unto them? Because if they pray unto the Most High and recognize the Lord, then they're going to have to recognize their destruction. That's what they're going to have to recognize, because they know in their spirit, deep down, that the Spirit of the Lord is against them. They know this. That's why a lot of them are atheists. You ask them, do you believe in God? They'll say, no, I don't believe in God, because the Spirit of the Most High is against them. When they read the scriptures, they don't see themselves in the scriptures. They can't resonate with what's written in the scriptures. So they got to just say, you know what, fuck it. I'm an atheist. I don't believe. But when we read the scriptures, it resonates with us, with our spirit. And that proves right there that we are the people of the scriptures. Like, for example, them so-called Jews in Israeli land. For so long, they've been calling themselves Jewish, right? And all of these years, they've been using a book such as the Talmud. Why not use the Bible? The Bible speaks of your history, right? That you're trying to claim. So why do you feel uncomfortable dealing with the Bible? Why you got to come up with a different book, the Talmud, and call that your holy book? Why create a holy book when you've already had a holy book?
Yeah.
The reason being because it goes back to what I'm saying. These Edomites, the spirit of these Edomites does not resonate with them when it comes to this Bible. They can't believe it. They can't fully believe in this Bible. Now, if they do believe it, then it's really because they got the spirit of Israel on them. That's the only way they'll believe it. But other than that, they can't believe in this Bible because it don't resonate with them. Go on, brother, read that.
Verse 16, lo, their good is not in their hands. The counsel of the wicked is far from me.
Right, the counsel of the wicked is far from me. The Most High ain't dealing with the counsel of the wicked. Now, he's dealing with them, but on the left-hand side to destroy them at the very end. But the Most High ain't favoring the counsel of the wicked. He's favoring the counsel of himself. Hold what you got, brother. Give me Proverbs 19 and 21. The Most High don't care about what Elon Rothschild and his crew got going on and what they planning on doing. The Most High don't care about these people, man. Go on, brother.
Proverbs 19 and 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, Yahawah, that shall stand.
Yeah, so anything that involves the counsel of the Lord, that's what's going to stand. And we're included in that counsel. We're included. The prophets are included in his counsel. So that means everything that we got going is going to stand and is going to be fulfilled. Everything that they got going and they have thoughts and ideas of fulfilling, that's not going to happen. Like, for example, exterminating our people, getting rid of the Negro population or the Latino Native American population. That's not going to stand. Because the Most High already ordained an election to come to salvation. You see? So it's not going to happen. What's going to happen is they're going to serve 1,000 years of slavery and they're going to be eradicated. Check that out. The ones that tried to do the eradicating, they're literally going to be eradicated. Go on, brother.
Back on Job 21:17. How oft is the candle of the wicked put out? How oft cometh their destruction upon them? The Most High distributeth sorrows in his anger.
Yeah.
They are as stubble before the wind.
Right, they are as stubble before the wind. So the Lord is going to distribute his anger and his wrath when he comes back down here. And when the Lord comes back down here, it says that he's going to go as a travailing woman. So it's going to be very dramatic when the Messiah makes his second return. He's not going to come back handing out daisies and flowers and getting people together and lolly ices together, little kids having lolly ices. That ain't going to happen, man. What's going to happen is we're going to see something you've never seen in your life. That's what's getting ready to happen. When that big father ship comes and Michael the Archangel comes, it's going to be, boy, oh boy, it's going to be worse than Star Wars, man. Any kind of film dealing with the galaxies is going to be, man, it's going to be very dramatic. That's all I can say. Go on, brother, read that.
And as the chaff that the storm carrieth away,
Come on.
the Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him.
You see, he layeth up his iniquity for their children. So that means that their children have to pay for what their forefathers have done. Because they are their forefathers coming back. We all come back in the reincarnation. The word reincarnation means back in the flesh. That's all it means. It don't mean you dying and you literally come back. No. In that same body. Now, could that happen? Yeah, that could happen. But most likely that don't happen to people. When people die and leave this lifetime, and then they come back in another lifetime. You see? Go on. And that's why it says, hold what you got, get Isaiah 14, verse 21.
Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yeah, and what was the iniquities of these Edomites? They were lynching us. They were sodomizing us, our children. Hanging us upside down, castrating us, doing all kind of freak shit to our people. And that's just some of the stuff that I'm naming.
Yeah. For I mention Ghislaine Delphine. I done a video on it a little while back because I found out about it and I done some research in the 80s. 18th century, 18th century in New Orleans. She had a hotel specially built to bring in slaves and torture them and do all inhumane things that, as you always say, some things will make you sick if you used to know, you know. I done a little. I can only scratch the surface with what she was doing on my video, you know. But flipping heck, man. Yeah. That's inhumane. Yeah. Beyond belief.
That's what they were doing. So all of that right there. And if you notice, because the computer, we got to remember, brothers, the computer is the Urim and the Thummim, something that the priests used to have. And the priest would use this thing to see if you were lying or what kind of judgment was pronounced against you. Right? So what's happening now? All of the bad stuff that was done in the past, that was put aside or secret, it's now coming out. It's all coming out in the Urim and the Thummim. Now the term Urim and the Thummim means perfect light. So we have that today. We have our phones and we have the computer. So that's what you call the Urim and the Thummim. So all of these things are coming out in the Urim and the Thummim so that basically the Most High can judge them ultimately. See? Go on, bro. Everything's coming out to the light. What's done in the dark shall come to the light, man. Like that's the saying on that. But that saying really goes back to the scriptures though. Go on, bro.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers,
Yep.
that they do not rise nor possess the land,
Yep.
nor fill the face of the world with cities.
That's right. Go on, brother. Break that down.
Let's read that again. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Yep.
So what's going to happen to Esau? He's being what? Reserved what? For destruction. Okay, their children also, they're going to go into slavery for 1,000 long years. That they do not rise nor possess the land, because who's possessing the land right now is Esau, Edom. It tells you that in Psalms 49, they name lands after themselves.
Yep.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities. Because that's who's filling up all these cities. Who's funding all these cities? It's Esau, Edom. You know, he's building and building. It tells you that in Malachi 1, they shall build, but I will throw down. So
Yep.
Yahawah is coming to throw this place down.
Yep.
This wicked cesspool of a kingdom.
That's
Down
right.
on that.
That's right. Because when you, this is why we all have to pay tax.
Yeah, go down
Pay
camera.
tax. We're paying tax to those that own the land.
So you must have a good spirit, you know.
You see, we're paying tax to the people that own this land. So where you think that tax money is going back to? It's going back to the powers that be that control this land. And what are they using that tax? They're using that tax money to build on these walls, these weapons of destruction, which really is under the intent of the Most High for them to do so that they can get, so that simply the Most High can have them get the ball rolling in terms of destroying themselves. You see? But going back to what the brother was saying, Esau inhabits these lands. They run these lands. Go on, brother. That's why you can't do whatever you want. This is why we have to subscribe to what the government tells us. Why? Because the government that is, or the powers that be, they run all that is in this land. Like, for example, when you buy a house or any kind of real estate, you have to make extra payments. Now, if you had the allotted title to that house, you ain't gotta make no extra payments because you bought that house and that land full. But in order for you to have access to the allotted title, you have to be a part of the royal family to have had access to that. So that means you don't have, people as a whole don't have genuine rulership of where they live at. It's all a figment of your imagination of having them have you believe that you own something when you really don't own anything, including your car. Go on, bro.
Ecclesiastes 9 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Yeah, so he saw the princes walking as servants, and the servants be upon horses, meaning that the ones that are supposed to be servants are in power, and the ones that are supposed to be in power are servants. So everything's flipped upside down. Right is good and good is right. That's the situation we're in. You see, so it's like what we're doing is if you notice, we're not gravitating a crowd of people, because the crowd of people, or the mass of the people, they're under the influence of negativity. They're under the influence of satanic vibration. This is why we don't have the mass of the people coming around here, because they don't see righteousness. Righteousness can be seen of them, but they not going to want to, get down with this, because this does not fit their spirit. Including the 2/3 of our own people, they're not going to get down with this, because, again, they're blinded by the God of this world. They're under the influences of this world, by the God of this world, which is satanic. Because think about it, if this world was a righteous world, we would be on top, we would be exalted. The powers that be, they would have to exalt us and put us on the news, ABC, and we would go in these news stations and pretty much